Hey everyone, we're back with another Yoshi and the Mysterious Book Guide. This time we're heading into Thudd's Domain. And this guide will show you how to find all of these Smiley Flowers and complete all of the discoveries in this stage. We've also added timestamps for all of the discovery and flower locations in this guide. Check out the video description below if you want to jump ahead to a specific one. Okay, let's get started. And right here we have a cutscene before we start heading into the stage. And once again, Kamek and Bowser Jr. are arguing. And in the dialogue here, they do make another reference to the Bewilderbird, which of course is a boss encounter that's coming up pretty soon, but first we need to clear Thudd's domain. And here's Thudd sleeping on the ground. This big lumbering green guy is full of discoveries. Yep, there are plenty of them to complete in this stage, so without any further ado, let's get started. And right here at the beginning of the stage, the first discovery that we will complete also awards a Smiley Flower. Yep, and all that we need to do is do a ground pound on his belly button and he will spit out a Smiley Flower. Yep, he's like a giant Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay, and Thudd likes to eat all kinds of things, so let's try to feed him Yoshi. Thankfully, he doesn't much care for the taste of a Yoshi, so he'll spit him right back out.
Eat 'em.
Now let's see what happens when he swallows a Crazee Dayzee. Well, I guess they taste better because I'm pretty sure that the Crazee Dayzee was inhaled. Okay, we're not done feeding Thudd all kinds of things, and let's keep looking around the stage for more things to shove into his mouth. Like these fish fossils up here that have a striking resemblance to a goldfish cracker. Yeah, I bet these taste good. Okay, let's hop back into Thudd's mouth and shoot Yoshi all the way up to the top of the stage. And there is a bunch of Crazee Dayzees up here. We'll be using them in just a minute, but first we need to drop down and start floating over to the left, where we will be high enough to complete the To the Great Beyond discovery and find another Smiley Flower. And we're not sure, but we think that this is not the way they intended for the To the Great Beyond discovery to be completed. I think they wanted you to shoot Yoshi out of Thudd's mouth all the way up to the top to complete it, but this is way easier. Okay, now it's time to wake Thudd up from his slumber, so let's head back up to where those Crazee Dayzees were. And over here on the right, we can see a giant turnip stuck in the ground with 3 Crazee Dayzees trying to pull it out. But this is an awfully big turnip and they are not strong enough to get it out of the ground, so we're going to need 2 more to help them pull it free. Okay, that was some nice teamwork by the Crazee Dayzees. Now let's take this giant turnip and, yep, you guessed it, feed it to Thudd. Yep, and now for the rest of the stage, we can actually control Thudd. Once he inhales Yoshi, you have control of Thudd and you can make him walk around. So let's take him over to the left side of the cave here and inhale some more stuff. Yep, for these next 2 discoveries, we need Thudd to inhale that entire pond up, and also we're going to find a little white jewel for him to inhale. Yeah, he's going to eat all kinds of things in this stage. Yep, and as you just saw here, anytime that Thudd shoots Yoshi out of his mouth into a bunch of rocks, they will break apart. Okay, now Thudd has a mouthful of water, and we're going to spray that water all over a dried flower to get another Smiley Flower. Yeah, it's right here on the ground on the right. And the only tricky part here is getting back to the flower without getting inhaled by Thudd. And there's another Smiley Flower up to the left here in this cave. Just shoot Yoshi to it. Okay, I believe we have gotten everything on the left side of this cave. Now there's a couple more things to do here on the right side. First, we'll get a red jewel for Thudd to match the white one that we just got him earlier. And as you can see here, even though we can control him, unfortunately he is not the fastest ship in the fleet. No, Thudd moves very, very slowly in this stage. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do, unfortunately for Thudd, is we're going to do a ground pound on his head so he can feel some pain. Yet once again, that crazy book is telling us to do something that I don't quite understand, and it does involve harming one of the creatures. Yep, there is this dark and disturbing underlying sub-theme in the game where the book has encouraged Yoshi on many occasions to harm these creatures. So after we swing our way on top of Thudd's head, we just have to do a ground pound on it, because the book told us to. Okay, we're almost done with everything in this starting area. There is a large fossil that we need to find, and then we can start moving on deeper into the stage. And we can find the fossil up and to the right. Just shoot Yoshi up there to get to it. Okay, to the left of this big stack of rocks, there is a little tunnel that goes down into a little cave that has a statue in it. Once again, just shoot Yoshi into the tunnel to break the statue apart. And to get past all these rocks, we once again get to use Yoshi as a projectile and blow them all apart. And of course, try not to squish Yoshi while you're doing this. Okay, we have finally made it out of the cave, and now we're into a new area of the stage. But look, there's Kamek and Bowser Jr. once again, and yep, it's time for another little short cutscene. Yep, and these two wacky characters are at it again. They've been arguing in every single cutscene in the game, and this time is no different. Yep, now Bowser Jr. wants to hop down and see what's inside that temple. Which, of course, we have a giant big lumbering creature under our control, so that temple's probably gonna get destroyed. But first, we need to keep feeding Thudd more things to complete the Many Things Grew challenge. Yep, every time he eats something, you can see it appear on his body, so he has some strange kind of little biological thing going on here with his digestive system. Not quite sure what's going on there. But in any event, we just need to keep feeding him stuff. So there are some apples up in the tree, and in this cave above, there are some nuts. Yep, and with one big inhale, he can make some trail mix, gathering up all the nuts and apples and completing the discovery. Yep, and then we can complete another discovery by spitting out the nut, hitting the rocks over on the left, and cracking it open. And we're not done eating things with Thudd. No, next we're going to eat a Glubbit. Just ground pound on the mounds here, and the Glubbits will pop up out of the ground, and then let Thudd inhale them. And we have even more poor innocent creatures to feed to Thudd. Yep, there is a Plumebrella floating above. Let's go get that one and give it to Thudd. Yep, there it is, floating in the sky, minding its own business, and we're about to turn it into a snack. Okay, we're up to the temple, and Bowser Jr. is stuck inside, and Kamek is flying above aimlessly, so why not feed him to Thudd? Yep, just lure Thudd towards Kamek, and he will inhale Yoshi and Kamek at the same time and complete the discovery. And just like Yoshi, he will spit Kamek out. I guess he doesn't taste good either. But there is one thing that we do know Thudd likes, and that is to eat apples. And there's a couple apples here, so let's feed him those apples to complete another discovery. Now that Thudd has had his fill of apples, there is one other thing to do before we head back to the temple. Down here below where the pond used to be is a little cave that contains another Smiley Flower in it. Yep, just make sure that you fully drain the pond before you go down and get the flowers so you get the discovery completed too. Now we're back at the temple and we are going to rescue Bowser Jr. again in this game. If you remember back in the Glubbit stage, we saved him and Kamek from being trapped in a bubble, and now we're going to rescue Bowser Jr. from being trapped inside of a temple. Yeah, I gotta be honest here, I'm not sure that I'm 100% following the story in this game, but I'm sure by the end everything will be clear. Yep, the relationship between Yoshi and Bowser Jr. in this game is certainly not as clear as it was in previous Yoshi games, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure Yoshi does not forget. It wasn't that long ago in Crafted World where Bowser Jr. was trying to kill Yoshi with a giant robot that he made. But like we said, I am sure by the end of the game, the entire story will make perfect sense. Anyway, let's get back to the discoveries. Now we need to feed Thudd a Croakaoke. And then we can finish demolishing the temple here and start making our way to the right where the final discoveries in the stage can be completed. And now with the temple cleared out of our way, we can head over to the right here and complete 2 more discoveries that, yep, you guessed it, involve eating more things. This time we're going to eat a hopper, a golden hopper actually, and a Bunchabee. The hoppers will be freed once you destroy that rock there on the ground, and then you can make your way over to the right and eat the Bunchabee and eat the hoppers too. And up here on the right is the last Smiley Flower. Just launch Yoshi up to it to grab it. Okay, we are almost done, and there is one other discovery left here to complete, and it involves watering a bunch of Crazee Dayzee flowers. So just grab a mouthful of water from this pond and then head back to the right where the Bunchabees and the hoppers were, and you will see 3 Crazee Dayzees on the ground that you can spray water on. And once we do that, we will have 100% completed the stage. So that brings us to the end of our guide. We hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please toss a like at the video, and if you're not a subscriber to our channel, Derek's Gaming, please consider subscribing to it. We'd love to have you, and the support really helps our channel grow. So that's a wrap for this guide. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you at the next stage.